Good morning, everybody there. So in the last minute of the last class, we were talking about a scenario where we have to exchange the information content of two registers. Exchange the two contents of register R3 and R4. This was the last minute of the last class. So we would review that and we would discuss the next program. If you want to exchange the operation, the instruction used is XCH OP1, OP2. OP1 stands for operand 1, OP2 stands for operand 2. And the OP1 and OP2 cannot be Rn. That is, you cannot write XCH R3, R4. That is not possible. It's not permitted. That is not the permissible template or permissible format. For that, what you have to do, if you want to exchange the sequences, first you have to read the one register into accumulator, exchange with other register. Later, now accumulator will be having the content of the other register. Then what you need to do? You have to once again copy accumulator into register R3. So if you want to exchange the content of R3 and R4, first you have to read R3 into accumulator. That is, copy R3 into accumulator, move A, R3, exchange A with R4. I have written there, you see. Later, now whatever the content of R4 is copied to A, and whatever was there in A was copied to R4. So now content of R3 has gone to R4, but content of R4 has not gone to R3. It is there in accumulator. That you have to move into R3. So if you want to exchange the contents of R3 and R4, you need to perform or you need to write three instructions. Move A, R3, XCH A, R4, move R3, A. So next job, this is the common operation. That's why I told you it is programming basics. I told you, because you need to you will be using this in many of the cases. You'll be using this in many of the cases. To write a program to exchange the contents of memory location 30 and 31. This will be a normal operation everywhere. Then what are the steps? First you have to read the memory location 30 into accumulator, then exchange. So content of 30 has gone to 31. Content of 31 has gone to A. Now copy that A into 30. So read, exchange, write. So this is the sequence. Read, exchange, write. This is the sequence. You need to remember this. So this is what we have seen in the last class. So now let us go to the next program. Programming concept. Next programming concept is looping. Or what do you mean by looping? Repeating same task. Repeating same task or iteration. All the hello. Initialize the number of iterations in some register. Initialize this number of iterations in some register. Write the code for the task to be repeated. Decrement the register indicating that the task is performed, and check the count for 0. Check the count for 0. Initialize the number of iterations in some register. Write the code for the task to be repeated. You decrement the register indicating that the task is performed, and check the count for 0. Fourth step, if 0, if the register is 0, stop, else go to step 2. If register is 0, stop, else go to step 2. So very, very important. So this concept is called as looping, or repeating the same task, or we call it as iteration. Iteration. Initialize the number of iterations in some register. Write the code for the task to be repeated. Increment the register indicating that the task is performed, and check the count for 0. What is this? In decrement the register? That is decrement the count. What you have? Decrement the count. So here register means it is count, whatever you have loaded. Decrement the count. Decrement the count which is present in the register, indicating that the task is performed, and check the count for 0. So this is a very, very important program. So now let us write a program for this. Write a program to increment a register five times. So here what is the task to be performed? Incrementing the register. Incrementing the register is the task to be performed. How many times you need to perform? 5 times. So what is the count? This is the count. So what is the first step? Initialize the number of iterations in some register. So normally I will use registers more than I will not use R0 and R1, because R0 and R1 are pointer registers. I will not use that for having count. So I will use R2 onwards. So move R2. How many times? 5 times. Okay. Now I have to increment some register. So that some register I will have R3. I will initialize that with 0. So here also I should have hash. I should have hash. So how many times I should increment? I should increment 5 times. So that is why I have initialized. So I have initialized R2 as 5. So count is equal to 5. So 5 is a value. That is why I am writing hash there. So move R2 comma hash 05. Move R3 comma hash 0. So now I'll write increment. No, this is the task. Increment R3. Increment R3. So now for decrementing the register and checking it for 0, there is an instruction in microcontroller. That is the new instructions. DJNZ. What is the meaning of that? That meaning I'll write it in a different color. Decrement and jump. Decrement and jump if count is not 0. That is the meaning. DJNZ. That is the meaning. Decrement and jump if count is not 0. What you have to decrement? You have to decrement the register R2. Because R2 is having the count as 5. That you have to count decrement once. Because once you have incremented R3. So decrement the register indicating that the task is performed. And check for 0. If the count is not 0, go to step 2. Where you have to jump. You have to jump to some label called back. So back is this. This is back. If it is 0, stop. For stop, either you can use lcall 03 or I will write end. Both are same. I will even write lcall 03 only. So if not 0, you have to repeat the task. For repeating, what is the task to be repeated? Increment R3. So count becomes 2. Once again, R2 is decremented. So decremented means it will become 3. It is not 0. Once again, it repeats. R3 becomes 3. Once again, R2 becomes 2. It is not 0. Once again, R3 becomes 4. R2 becomes 1. It is not 0. Once again, increment. It becomes 5. Now, R2 was 1. After decrementing, it becomes 0. It stops the program. So this is called as concept of looping. This is called as concept of looping. I don't know whether you have understood or not. Now I should ask you. You please ping back. Have you understood this program? So already repeat. I have got already comment. All of you answer your attendance. So this is the time for answering the attendance. Meantime, I will repeat. Have you understood the algorithm? You please ping back. Have you understood the algorithm? Have you understood the algorithm, whatever I have written? Please ping back. Have you understood the algorithm? Algorithm you have understood. Okay. So now, see, R2, write a program to increment a register 5 times. That is the task. Incrementing a register. How many times? 5 times. So 5 is the count. So that count I will initialize in R2. That count I will initialize in R2. So very similar C program for this is, you know that. For I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. Suppose if you have initialized j is equal to 0, inside the loop you write j plus plus. That's all. So this is the corresponding high level language program. In assembly level language, what is the equivalence of assembly level language? J means register R3. J is register R3. I is register R2. Register R2. So R2 have initialized with 5. That is the count. R3 have initialized with 0, which I am going to increment. How many times? 5 times. So increment R3. Increment R3. First time in R3 is incremented. R3 becomes 1. Now, algorithm step number 3, we say decrement the count, indicating that task is performed once, and check the count for 0. Decrement and jump if count is not 0. Decrement and jump if count is not 0. That is the instruction DJNZ. Count is loaded where? Count is loaded in R2. So decrement R2. So DJNZ R2. Comma you have to put and write the label where the task has to be repeated. The task has to be repeated. Which task has to be repeated? Increment R3. So put the back there. So program control will go there automatically. Program control will go there automatically. Program control will go there automatically. And it repeats the task. It repeats the task. So program control goes there because R2 is not 0. So what is R2 now? You trace R2. R2 has decremented, no? So R2 becomes 4. So it is not 0. It is go back. Increment R3. So R3 becomes 2. Once again, R2 will be decremented and it checks for 0. R2 becomes 3. It is not 0. Once again, program control goes back to increment R3 and it increment R3. So R3 becomes 3. Once again, it decrements R2. R2 becomes 2. R2 becomes 2. R2 becomes 2. It is not 0. Once again, it increments R3. What about R3? R3 becomes 4. Once again, it decrements R2. R2 becomes 1. It is not 0 once again. It goes back. R3 becomes 5. R3 becomes 5. Once again, it decrements R2. R2 becomes 0. R2 becomes 0. Once R2 becomes 0, that particular looping instruction fails. It comes out. It stops the program. So this concept is called as looping. I don't know whether you understood. Now you ping back at least. Have you understood? Those who have asked the question, please. Chandana has answered yes. Chaitra has answered yes. Please ping back some more whether you have understood this program. This concept DJNZ is the popular instruction you are using. What is the meaning of the instruction? Decrement and jump if count is not 0. Where you are loaded the count? You have loaded the count in R2. Where you have to repeat? You have to repeat the task. That is why you have to put the label. Automatically, the assembler will put that address into the program counter, and program counter is a register which always monitors the program execution instruction by instruction. So when the branch instruction, this instruction is called as branch instruction. This we are going to discuss in detail. Separate topic is there. We will discuss that time more details. This instruction is called as branch instruction. So when the branch instruction is executed, first it checks the condition. If the condition fails, or if the condition is true, you are checking whether the register R2 is 0. If the condition is true, then the program counter will be copied with the label which is written there. It will copy the equivalent address of the label, so that program control goes to that label and executes the same instruction. If the condition is false, then program counter will be copied with the very next instruction's address. This is how the branch instruction is executed. So I will write here how the branch instruction is executed. How the branch instruction is executed? DJ and Z. How does it execute? First, the condition is checked. First, the condition is the register indicated in the instruction. First, the register indicated in the instruction is decremented. First, the register indicated in the instruction is decremented. That is R. In this case, what is the register indicated? R2. So R2 will be copied with R2 minus 1. This is how the first point. Second point. Then the condition, that is whether it is 0. Condition is verified. Condition is verified by checking the content of the register. Indicated in the instruction. Indicated in the instruction. Indicated in the instruction. So, in this case, R2 is checked for 0. Check whether it is 0. In this case. Third point. If not 0, then what happens? Then program counter, then program counter PC will be copied with the equivalent address of the label indicated in the instruction. That is, in this case, PC will be copied with equivalent address of, in this case, label is back. Program counter will be copied with the equivalent address of back. So the instruction pointed by PC will be executed. Instruction pointed by PC will be executed. In this case, increment R3. Increment R3. If the condition is false, that is R2 is equal to 0, then program counter will be copied with the address of the next instruction. Program counter will be copied will be address of the next instruction. Next instruction of DJNZ. Next instruction of DJNZ. So in this case, next instruction of DJNZ is in this case. In this case, stop. In this case, it is lcall 0. So this is how, in this case, the program is executed. Now, whether you have understood, please ping back. Have you understood these particular 4 steps? Very important. First, the register indicated in the instruction is decremented. So R2 is decremented by R2 minus 1 as R2 minus 1. Then the condition is verified by checking the content of the register indicated in the instruction. R2 is checked whether it is 0. If not 0, that is condition is true. Then the program counter will be copied with the equivalent address of the label indicated in the instruction. So PC will be copied by equivalent address of back. So the instruction pointed by PC will be executed. In this case, it is increment R3. If the condition is false, that is R2 is equal to 0, then the PC will be copied with the address of the next instruction of DJNZ. So have you understood this? So now please ping back. Have you understood? Whether have you understood the execution of DJNZ instruction? So I'm getting very less answers. I don't know whether you are following it or not. Okay. So this is how the program is executed. So now, those who are not answered the attendance, please answer the attendance. Otherwise, your attendance will not be marked. So next task is write a program to add 4 numbers stored in the memory location (30) onwards. Store the sum in memory location 40. Assume that result does not exceed 8 bits. This is the next program. Very simple program. I will explain the program. Try it and show me in the next class today afternoon at 3 o'clock. Instruction class is there. All of you please listen. Today 3 o'clock we shall meet for instruction class. 2 sessions, 3 to 5. Very important as far as the lab is concerned. So this is the memory location 30. Here I am having 4 numbers. 13, 14, 15, 16. So now I have to add these 4 numbers, 13 plus 14 plus 15 plus 16. I have to do this. So how many numbers? What is the count? So count is 4. Add instruction, always the first operand should be present in accumulator and the destination also will be accumulator only. So I will initialize accumulator A with 0. So I will start doing like this, 0, 0 plus 13. So result is 13. Then I will add 14. Then I will add 14. So answer is 27. For this I will add 15. Answer is 3C because 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 in hexadecimal. It is 3C. Then what I will do? I will add for this 16. 12 plus 6 is 18. 18 in hexadecimal is 12. 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 3, 52. 52H is the answer. Very important. Answer is 52H. Answer is 52H. We shall see this program today afternoon. Today afternoon. So now I will stop. So I will repeat the question in the next class. That is today afternoon.